Ladies and gentlemen, the American jury and Bulldog Nation, if there was one issue that the public complains about the legal profession more than any other, and it's kind of sad because the whole purpose of an attorney is that you have a mouthpiece for yourself, a communicator, but it's lack of communication. And it is a legitimate complaint. The horror stories that come to me, and I'm going to name names. Just simply because it's fun to name names. There is a lawyer that specializes in criminal law and domestic relations in Grant County named Steve Howe. I went to law school with Steve Howe. Full disclosure, I don't like Steve Howe. It's kind of funny. Steve Howe is like a stuck-up snob from Grant County. And you know how I feel about Grant County. It's one of the weirdest places in the world. I got a lot of friends that live in Grant County. I go to Grant County. Rarely, but I do. But Steve Howe is an arrogant ass. It's like he thinks his poop don't stink because he's a Grant County lawyer. Woo! Anyway, let me tell you about it. I have a friend who I've been helping out, and they represent to me, they will call, email Steve Howe, no response. Just no response. It's unbelievable. How does that happen? How does somebody get away with that? And I also got to bring up good old Chris Wiest. Chris Wiest is the guy who said he didn't have time to respond to everybody during COVID, while myself and Sarah York stayed up 24/7 responding to every message. If you have a lawyer who isn't communicating to you, not responding to you by email, and there's an issue, and you would like my help in getting him to do so, let me know. Now, we all know that sometimes it can happen. I hate when I get an email, I get a phone call, I get a text, for some reason you miss it, and I call back and apologize. I was going to catch up on phone calls this weekend, and I ended up not catching up on phone calls. I called everybody Monday morning and I apologized to them. That's why I like text, is because it's so quick and it's so easy to respond. That's my favorite communication is texting. I have always communicated almost instantly to text messages, within 24 hours to all emails. I don't know any lawyer that does that. It's an arrogance that they have that they don't deserve. The other big issue, which is so real, and it's a legitimate complaint, is lawyers refusing to fight for you. There are times when the best lawyer's advice is, I've given this advice countless times, to resolve it, to settle it. That's oftentimes the best course. But it blows me away how lawyers don't want to fight. Exhibit A of my willingness to fight is a Durrani litigation. And I can't stress this enough either. And this is really, really important to understand. That in negotiations, you always do better when you show a little grit than when you don't show a little bit of grit. My entire bar issue with the state of Kentucky arose from my enemies on the other side complaining that I was too aggressive. No kidding. All my bar woes came from being too aggressive fighting for my clients. Who doesn't want that? You ask anybody, if they had to choose between a lawyer who was milquetoast and a fighter, they'll choose the fighter. Why do people still contact me? Because they know I'm a fighter. Plain and simple. How hysterical is that? A lawyer represents somebody and they don't care enough to fight? It's truly amazing. Lack of communication, unwilling to fight. By the way, I'm really enjoying this series, and I'm starting to make an outline of all the topics as I think about them. And I got some really, really good topics on the way, and I hope you're enjoying them as much as I'm enjoying doing them. If you need me, text me and email me. And again, I'm appalled at the legal profession's lack of communication, as well as the failure to fight hard for clients. It's sad.